Hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I am currently at Sound Speech Therapy, which is a pediatric therapy clinic in Lawrence, Kansas. We also do community-based work. So I go to an early education school as well as a Montessori school during my day. So that's kind of fun. Um, we work with a variety of different kinds of patients. Most of them have executive functioning disorders such as ADHD, autism, Rett syndrome, dyslexia, and sensory processing disorders. So my project, I created an occupational therapy at home book that has a variety of different activities targeting specific skills such as fine motor, reflex integration, midline crossing, sensory tolerance, visual motor, and then also visual perception skills. And this is just a book that'll be sitting in their waiting room that parents can look at while they're waiting for their kids and their therapy sessions. And each activity has a breakdown of what skill the activity targets, and then what that skill is, and how to look for that skill when working, with their kids. So I was inspired by this project by the parent involvement at Sound Speech. They have a lot of parent involvement and parent collaboration between the parent and the therapist. And I wanted to do something because I know that sometimes parents struggle to form questions of, what to do at home and how to kind of proceed with that kind of carryover process and doing the interventions and activities we do at home. How do they add it into their child's daily routine? And we have lots of great parents that are willing, to collaborate and work on things at home. And lots of parents come up with their own interventions and activities that they do at home. So that inspired my project. My CI helped me choose this specific project because she wanted something that would also benefit me. And so having the ability to look at an activity and identify what skills it's targeting is something that she wanted me to kind of work on. And so this is why I created this book. For my overall project, I had this book and then I also did a presentation. And part of my presentation talked about the importance of parent involvement. So I'm going to share my screen really fast. So this is my presentation, and I developed three kind of key reasons as to why parent involvement is so important. Number one is consistent support at home, which this is just all about kind of the carryover process and implementing therapy kind of at home. And it's just, we've seen kind of a great kind of increase in kids who do therapy at home. Their progression towards their goals are a lot faster, more efficient than ones who only kind of do their therapy stuff like once a week. Number two is individualized guidance. Parents, know their children better than anyone. And so having that kind of feedback between the parents and the therapist is really beneficial for the therapist. Improved communication collaboration. This is kind of going back to number two, having parents know like what motivates their kids to do these hard tasks and knowing what they need to work on at home helps us therapists to then kind of implement that into our therapy sessions and work on that in our therapy sessions. Number four is increased motivation. Now, for this one, I feel like it's depending on the child. I've seen kids get very triggered by having their parents there and their parents doing activities with them, and other kids thrive from having their parents there and their parents playing with them. So, number five is also creating a positive environment at home. This is especially crucial for having kids do difficult tasks at home and can kind of promote that sense of comfort, being in their own home and doing the difficult tasks at home. And so this is just what I learned from this book, which was learning how to dissect activities and figure out what skills they kind of target. And then I was just going to go over the things that I kind of learned at Sound Speech Therapy. The biggest one that I took away from Sound Speech Therapy is the important use of declarative language. And so we use a lot of let's and we words rather than kind of you words. So the feedback that I received from my audience was that my presentation is very informative and my book is very informative. And actually, next week, my CI has asked me to print off a few specific handouts that I made to then give to kind of specific parents of kids that we work with because I thought that some of my handouts might benefit from them. So that's kind of exciting. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with how my project went. One thing that I thought I could improve with or kind of go the extra mile is my CIs wanted me to create little kind of baggies filled with materials of kind of the different products I had in here so that way they could give it out to parents. But with kind of the time frame I had, I did not have time to gather up all the materials and kind of make those bags. So I just have the book that has easy to do things that parents can find, materials laying around their house. I also wish that I could have added more with the time that I was given, add more activities into my book, but this just kind of has the basics. And I would say I'm most proud of my book that I created. So again, I will leave that PDF portion in the discussion if you guys would like to take a look at it. And it has lots of great resources of pediatric therapy kind of activities that are fun to do, at home or in your therapy sessions. So yes, that is my project.